Hi, hello there. This is Moniz with DealerSpike, your website company. And the point of this video today will be to go into content and study page assets. So going into our left-hand menu, we're going to click on content. And within that dropdown, we're clicking into page assets. Now here is the master assets list. Now what is an asset? An asset is simply a placeholder or bucket, if you will, that contains a paragraph or piece of text on a specific page. So as we scroll down, you can see, for instance, service department here. That just happens to be what I renamed our services page. If I needed to edit it, I can. And if I wanted to preview what it looks like after I've made those previous edits, I can also do that. And you do have a comprehensive search at the top here, up above, that you can use to find different assets should you need to. What it really is good for is if we would go ahead and hop into pages under our content section, then we can go ahead and click on, let's say, our About Us page. And then here is the About Us page asset right here at the top, which contains the About Us text. Now, if you want to take an asset that was on that previous page and add it to this without having to retype all of the text, you can essentially kind of copy and paste that text on here. Let me show you what I mean. I'll go ahead and click on Add Existing Asset. And you can see that it gives you a large page rundown. So let's go ahead and take what's on that service department page. I'll scroll to the top and hit Add Selected to Page Zone. And as you can see, asset added to page zone successfully. So we'll just hit that back button at the top here. And you can see the About Us and that paragraph from the service department page are both on that About Us page. The order in which you see them here is the order in which they'll display on the site. So let's say you wanted the service department page above the About Us page. You can do that. Simply click and drag it to the top there. And after you're done, just go ahead and hit that Save button and click on the name of your business at the top and publish your changes. And while you're here, you can create a brand new asset. We'll go ahead and click on Add New Asset. And on this page, for the title, we're going to call this specific asset Appreciation Hats. And then for site assignment, we want it to be our temporary build site, so we'll leave it as that. You'll leave the type as custom asset. And in terms of the active section, you'll go ahead and leave it as active because you do want it to show on the site. And I do want this to start showing today, so I'll leave the start date as is. I don't have an end date by which I want this to automatically be removed, so I'll leave the end date as is. Now, in the main body, we'll just type in here, this is the Appreciation Hats page. And you will have to type something in here in order to save it. It does not allow you to save a blank asset. So as long as you type something in there, whether it's a single word or period, you would be good to go. So we'll go ahead and hit that Save button and then finally publish our changes. Now we'll go ahead and hit that back button. And as soon as that page comes up, here you can see that we just created this brand new page asset for Appreciation Hats. And it is also now on the master assets list, which means you can move it to any other page that you like. If you want the About Us page to be active, you'll go ahead and leave this checkbox alone. Scrolling down a bit, page name, that will display on the top of the page. Page title will display near the top of the page and slightly off to the left. Then here we have the HTML title tag. If you want a specific text to be in the HTML or URL that's above the page, or above that page, in other words, the name of your site, .com/, and if you wanted to call it something besides About Us, you can do that. Page file name references the About Us page, as you can see, /About Us. Now, about meta description and meta keywords. I get asked about these quite a lot. So the meta description is already pre-optimized. And you may see this text in here and you might say, that's it? That's all that Google has to search for when someone types in a vehicle, unit, or piece of equipment to go on? That's not exactly true. The pre-optimize is actually hidden because it is an industry secret what we actually put in here. Now, at your own risk, if you'd like to put in your own custom text, you can flip to custom, and it gives you a 250 character limit, and you can give a different meta description, and you can also do this for meta keywords. Like I said, do this at your own risk. You may or may not see an increase in traffic based on what you do. And that's basically it for page assets. That there's nothing much else you can do with them. So we'll go ahead and click save, and then go to the top and click on the name of our business and hit publish changes. And now we'll hop to our demonstration site and journey to our About Us page. So now journeying to our About Us page, and here you can see we are on that About Us page. And first at the top, we have our first asset with that About Us page asset. Sandwiched in the middle, we have our service department page asset that we also saw in our list of page assets on this section. And lastly, our most recent addition, this is the appreciation hats page asset that we added just as a demonstration just now. So you have all those lovely layers and you can choose in which order you want those assets to actually be displayed. And that's pretty much it. Hopping back to our editor. And we are currently on our dashboard. And that concludes our video until I talk to you again. Until next time, this has been Moniz with your website company, DealerSpike.